Who is Bella's father? Is it Kevin, Billy, or the 1993 Denver Broncos? Jill breaks up Philly. And Kane and Billy are brash and sassy. All that and more, right, coming up with the Restless wrap-up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's that time again, and we've got our wine, so you know it is the Restless wrap-up, since we are the only show on the Sunday soap block that has always got a drink in our hand. Of course, I'm your host, Lacretia Lyon, and you guys can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. But I am not the only one here today. Let me start with my lovely lady here all the way to the right.
Hey everybody, I'm Kiera Giavanni, and you can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
And then my sharp-dressed man here.
Thank you very much. I'm Alexander. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air and OnTheRocksRadioShow.com.
And you guys can always find the Restless wrap-up on Facebook. We have our own little page, and if we get to 500 likes, I've got a pretty cool prize to give away, so like away. And also, like us on YouTube, comment, take us to iTunes, give us 5 stars. No less, guys, since we are a 5-star crew.
A nice comment.
Nice comment.
Yeah, we like those much better, although we are into the shade.
I love a good sassy comment.
Yeah.
But I guess let's just get into it this week. And who is Bella's father?
Oh my God. Number one, I have to say, the actress that plays this kid is so damn cute. You know, I hate children. Like, they just ruin everything. She is so cute. She looks just like her. In fact, I actually looked up on IMDb to see if they were somehow related.
Yeah, because a lot of times they are, yeah.
Such a great little actress, so expressive in that face. I'm like, Connor, you better watch out. You're going to be replaced.
Yeah, I don't think it's Kevin.
No,
he's doing too much to go through the whole process. Although it could kind of look like a blend of them.
Yeah, that to me is just like, if I'm writing this, it's Kevin, but that's because it has the most story.
You're biased.
And Billy, I love Billy, especially because Jason Thompson plays him now. But yeah, the thing is, Billy already has kids. Billy, you know,
but we saw Billy's sperm container.
Yeah,
his Tupperware. We saw his Tupperware.
Yeah, she jacked his sperm, you know, before she went.
What did you say?
Jacked his sperm. Yeah.
That's
wow.
It's like a punny there.
Puns in Genoa City.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Abby was made too, guys.
But it has to be Billy's. Like, who else could it be? If it's
Devon.
Victor Newman's, I'm out.
Devon.
Yeah, to me, it's just like
you and Devon. Like, you guys are all up in Devon.
I want Devon to prosper.
Yeah, I really want Devon to have a baby too.
He had some balls this week, though.
I know.
He sure did.
I was loving Devon, but yeah, to me, it's just like it's Kevin or Billy, or as I said, the 1993 Denver Broncos, which is a shout out to South Park. But
If it's Victor's, I'm with you. I'm out.
I'm out.
yeah, that's just.
I mean,
gross.
I'll be back the next week, but I'm out for that day.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, because to me, it's like, yes, Kevin's the one investigating first, and they keep showing the Billy sperm, but let's face it, you know, you can't replace Delia, and to me, how she is with Kevin means it's Kevin's.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that'll break up Kevin and Nerdy Girl, and then Mariah will be the one there for him, and that's what I've always wanted, and they should do what I want.
And Nerdy Girl is scared.
Yeah.
Like, her face is like, because literally, like, what else is she going to be around for? I mean, if...
Yeah, the thing is, she's so young, and now she's rich, and she's not that nice of a person. Would you want her around your kid? I mean...
She's so rich, but she still can't afford LASIK surgery.
Yeah. It's like, honey, it's only $3,000.
Yeah. Glasses.
I know. Oh, there we
She
go.
comes out of those glasses, and that sex appeal is gone.
I didn't make passkey, and I could afford LASIK. Dr. Booth in Plano, Texas, guys. Check him out.
But, like, how bad of a girlfriend are you if your boyfriend never wants to hang out with you? He's either hanging out with Mariah, eating bad food, and watching bad movies, and now he's bringing donuts to Chloe.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, she's a terrible girlfriend. Nobody wants to hang out with her.
Or maybe he's just too nice of a guy. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's true. He's very,
Yeah, Kevin's pretty nice. You know, even though he started out as a creepy, you know, internet stalker that makes some...
Has anybody ever dated someone who was just too nice?
Yes. I couldn't do it. I tried and I tried and I could not do it. I'm like, throw something at me.
Right.
Like, let's get...
Tell me, shut up or something.
Because in the bedroom, it's like, I'm like, are you there? Like, what's happening? Is something happening? No.
See, obviously I like that because I like Canadians. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I dated a Canadian.
Yeah. They're the best.
Me too.
It's all about...
No, I haven't. I want to be included.
Poor Kevin. Sorry, not
Yeah,
sorry.
Steve's like, sorry, not sorry. but yeah, and that's why Mariah is the best balance for Kevin, because she's brash and sassy.
She is. She is.
They need to give her, like, again, we keep saying this week after week, they need to give her something.
better
She's
storyline.
always like, oh, Sharon, oh, Kevin, oh, blah, blah,
I'm back at
blah.
home because this is where I'm wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she brought, I love how they finally used the dining room table.
Oh my god! I
But it was
saw
to eat
that. I saw
donuts.
you. I saw you when I saw that.
But you know,
That makes
Kevin is going to pick up on one of the mannerisms that Chloe is going to do something because we've already heard him talk about, oh, well, you know, she moves differently than nerdy girl, so he's gonna put two and two together, and then it's gonna be all up to him whether he reveals it or not.
Because
You know, they're slow to reveal.
Yes.
yeah, and to me, he's always been very protective of Chloe. So yeah,
He's
I don't.
in love. He's
yeah.
still so in love.
Yeah, and it wasn't even his first crazy girl.
Or his
Bad
last.
luck
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
what
up?
crazy girl in your lifetime is enough?
I love how the whole police department depends on him and his laptop.
You don't even have a desk or an office. Hey, plug up somewhere.
At one point,
He's like on
Kevin,
an iPad
Yeah.
solving crimes.
at one point, Kevin had a desk, but I'm pretty sure they're just like, nah, let's forget about it. After that
Yeah.
whole Harding mess, which
Well, okay, and this week the set designers were like, crap. Because the Newman set is back. I love it. I love it.
I
We
do
saw some
too.
new sets, but
And then we saw a flashback to Katherine Chancellor's old set.
Yes.
And like I said last week, it just looks so rich when she was in that house.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't even look like the same
yes,
house.
I agree.
and there were so many complaints that they did the whole painting storyline to change it. That's what I
love that.
love is
Yeah.
that so many people were like, no, you can't do that. So they're
they're
like,
like, we have
yeah,
to
we're
address
fixing it.
that.
Yeah.
Except, but talking about sets, and we were talking about the police department. Poor Paul's office is so small. When they had like a scene with two of them, it was like, how are you gonna open the door,
I mean,
girl?
well, I'm sure we'll get into it, but Kane and Billy's little meet-up spot was pretty small.
I like that because I'm in a cramped room together. And,
Oh,
Okay, but where's
yeah.
the staff of Brash and Sassy? Like, who
They have to
answers
hire
the
them.
phones?
They said we got to get a marketing campaign going, and then we can hire some
Somebody
people.
would have had to have been running it up to this point, right?
Yeah, that's the thing is, to my knowledge, we've only seen Billy lamenting over how to make this stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like, are you the only person that works here?
Yeah, like where does the mail get sent to?
It's offshore.
It's offshore. With Newman's oil
Yeah.
oil rigs.
And it turns out it wasn't an oil spill. It was just lipstick into the ocean.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, but I'm really liking, because I know this was something I mentioned before about I want Jill to come back and, get
Be
all fresh
fiery.
and sassy, and then pitting Kane and Billy against each other and forcing them to be together. It's like, I like this.
And then talking to Victoria towards the end, like, girl, come back and get your company.
And she's blackmailing Phyllis. Like, thank God Jill is back.
Right.
Like, she's like, I'm sick of this crap. We need to move the story along. Let's.
And her and Billy have great chemistry.
They really
Yeah,
do.
do.
And that's the thing, is I feel like they wanted to include Jill more because her, chemistry with Jason Thompson is way better. And no offense to the other actors, because I love Burgess Jenkins and Billy Miller and David Todd.
Yeah, it's just something about those two.
Yeah, because her and David had great chemistry when he was younger, and it was just like, this is just works. It's just perfect. And yeah, his chemistry with Kane and then with Victoria as well as Phyllis, all is coming to head. It's just like, yes, Jill, and every little thing.
And then I
working
loved
your
it when
way.
they was like, oh, she's getting a room at the club. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, of
another
course
person
she is.
joins the club.
But and she has that distinctive voice, and the minute she enters any room, she like owns it. But I want to know, what kind of creepy mom, like, because she saw the blouse on the floor.
God.
And she's like, oh, I'm going to go upstairs and walk in on them. That's creepy.
Super.
Super creepy. And then they finally get to the bedroom, close the damn door.
Yeah.
I know.
And she just seemed like she saw a ghost. Like, if I could unsee that.
That was a good moment, though, because
Yeah.
she was like, wait, I never envisioned this. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, it's just like Jill's reaction was spot on. And then what she did, it's like, this is so Jill. Like,
Jill.
blackmailing Phyllis and then bringing Victoria back, because she's like, she's going to control
Trying to get those
everything.
two back together. Yep. But
Yeah.
We called it, didn't we call it on this wrap up that we said Victoria's going to go work with Brash and Sassy, and it's going to be like this war. Now
well, no. We also said Lily, and I'm still pulling for that.
I love Lily, and I could see her and Kane working together, but only if Hillary were to get her out of the club. They
Yeah.
think she's pretty good at the club. But yeah, with Victoria, for sure, yeah, we did call it. I was like, bring her in, and her and Billy are going to get back together.
Yep.
Because I like Phyllis and Billy's chemistry, but it's just to the point where I don't think I can see a future with them.
No.
I'm so upset with Phyllis. I'm sick and tired of, you know, she was getting ready to just dump Jack. She's like, oh, tomorrow it's gonna be all over and blah blah blah. I'm like, you creep. And then she gets blackmailed, and then she's like, "Oh, Jack, I love you." And then we heard the line that Jack finally got some. Because remember, he said last night was. Whew. And I'm like, wow, she had to put out.
She played the role.
Yes. But
And then that little awkward elevator scene between Billy and Phyllis, it was like 50 Shades of Grey. I'm like, are they going to get it on?
No, there's security cameras in elevators, I'm assuming, so maybe that's going to come up. But I love that Jill didn't want the offices right underneath because they're going to get together. It's like, no, they won't. Episode 1's like, I'm going to go get some coffee. Boom, boom.
See, Jill knew because she saw him having sex that they just can't resist one another. And so,
it's that new haircut he's got, I'm telling you.
But I don't know, Kane got a good deal. And yeah, that's the thing is this is going to blow up in literally the worst way, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of it as much as I love Billy.
I think so too, and I just hated when she was in the bed with him and she was like, "Oh, you treat me like I'm not damaged."
Yeah.
Like, girl, he's damaged too, and you know, like hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean? So that's just a bad combination.
And she's using the whole Victor Newman thing. She's just using that as an excuse to be a real creep.
Yeah, and to me, as someone who loves Phyllis, this is a time where I want to slap her. Because the way that she's treating Jack at this point, in the beginning, I can see you couldn't resist Billy, but just the dragging it on, and then when his mommy tells you, get away from him, you run back to Jack. It's like, this is getting pathetic.
And I'm tired of this sappy Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so over it. I'm literally over it because we know he's smarter. We say it week after week. He's got to wise up. And I think Jill is actually going to be like, you know what? You should just know what's happening. I think Jill's going to be the one.
Because I always thought Ashley would be the one, but she's kind of taking the back seat every week. So
I hate that
Jill's
too.
gotta do it.
Because she's like the she's like the adult version of Mariah.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, okay, Jackie, oh, this, oh, Billy, oh, bleh.
Yeah, and to me, Cameron Grimes and Aline Davidson both deserve so much more. And to me, I just feel like, because they're listening to us, maybe not necessarily us, please
I would hope so.
But yeah, they're listening to fans, so I think that they see that we want, I mean, Jill coming back as a fire, you know, get more Mariah, more Ashley, and let's make Jack smarter. I mean, I get that a building fell on him, but damn, boy, where's your brain?
Right.
Well, his brains are in his pants, because, you know,
not really. He's not getting much.
Well, Phyllis is obviously great in bed.
Right.
She can't get enough. I'm like, how do you walk to work, girl?
I love...
and her in the courtroom, too, by the way.
Yeah.
She was walking back and forth. I'm like, don't you have to, like, sit in that little, like... She was like, and the judge was like, and she's like, hold up, judge. I'm still
not
talking.
done, yeah.
Yeah, you'd never see that on SVU.
Right. No. It's like, girl, sit down.
But, I mean, our Melvin fan and Ann Boleyn in our chat both say Gina T was on fire.
Yes,
and I
she
do
was.
agree. And I really think she's coming to her own.
Emmy Award nomination.
Yeah, I agree. And everyone knows how much I love Michelle because she's one of my favorite guests of all time. And then, you know, was Phyllis. But Gina has really filled a role that we thought was impossible to fill. Yeah.
She did.
She's great because she makes you feel what the character should be making you feel. Like, you're angry at her one minute, you're turned on by her the next. But, I mean,
and I think she's a little more sensitive with this character. You know, Phyllis before has kind of been a little hardened. We kind of saw that tough exterior. So with Gina, we see vulnerability.
Yes.
And that's what she needs.
Yeah, and I really like that about Phyllis, but at the same time, it's just like you've got to make her and Billy not so much the villains in this situation.
Yeah.
And as our Melvin fans puts it, hashtag give Jack his balls back.
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I feel is like when all this comes out, whether it's Jill or Ashley or the elevator, you know, security camera, Jack is going to find out, and then he's going to get his balls and go up more against Victor and Brash. I feel like it's going to be three companies against each other.
I totally see that.
Because that's so Y&R is like, you know, corporate espionage.
And we like that. Like, we like with Dallas, the Ewings, like, we live for that kind of family war.
And we like to see them together instead of apart. So Victor, don't do any shenanigans. Keep the family together.
It was so nice to see him behind his own desk, though. And he didn't even change. Like, the family photos were like all his. Like, he put Victoria's stuff in a box.
Right.
Like, that was like.
And when he said, "I'm just gonna get a night's sleep and then I'm back in my office tomorrow," I was like, "You go, Victor."
Yeah, it was just such a seamless transition that so was Victor Newman, and he was just like, no, beat, miss there,
And then
Victoria's
him and Nikki together. I was like, oh.
Let's give a shout out to the maid who made dinner, and then he said he was not hungry to eat dinner. I'm like, you've been in jail, girl. Like, I would be like, let's get some Sonic. Like, let's sit down and eat.
He's on a diet.
Yeah, he's got to fit in those suits again.
Yes.
You know, like, he went to, like, check in for his clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, oh, I don't get to wear jeans.
Yeah, and then him and Nikki were just like, aren't we old enough? Like, how many
so
more
cute.
years are we going to have these fights? And he's like, it's because we're passionate about each other.
It was so nice to see that set back, though.
Yeah.
The Newman house. Love it. Memories.
Yeah, and to me, that's what this week was coming back to the
Yes.
heyday
Yes.
of Y&R. And that's what I love, you know, because we've got Jill, and we've got Chloe, and we've got all this crap going
And
on.
Esther is
Nikki.
back in it a little bit more as the grandma.
And I love seeing Lauren week by week. You know, sometimes
Talk about best dressed.
she's
That girl's
always best
closet.
dressed. Her hair is amazing.
On point.
Love
Yeah.
Lauren.
I would shop at Finmore's as long as everything is what Lauren's wearing.
Yeah, I ran into her at like a
Yeah.
CVS in Malibu one day. She looked just as fabulous. Had these high heels on
was she
walking
doing
through
at
CVS.
CVS?
I don't know, but she was there. She
for
looked
her.
great.
But
She
yeah.
has not aged. Like, she's literally kept herself in mothballs because
has.
she looks exactly the same as I remember her in day one.
Yeah, I'm starting to suspect that she's a vampire. That skin's just too flawless.
It is flawless.
It wasn't daylight when you saw her in CBS.
It was daylight. But I'm convinced she has a hyperbaric chamber
Yeah.
at her house.
Seems right.
Oh, we are
Right?
so fancy up in this show. Thank you, Mr. Engineer.
Yes, thank you, Steve. Steve's always great with the sound effects.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Oh, God. Yeah, and don't you love how Victor's like, yeah, you and Nick go on vacation.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, here's the passes to my place.
Get outta here.
Blah, 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 blah.
I've got this under control.
and
Totally.
see,
It's
they're
like,
like,
peace out.
are you pushing us out? Like, we've been working here while you were gone. Like, you know,
I know,
in
but then I
jail,
love
Dad.
Nikki sticking up for them. Like,
Yeah.
they really did a lot while you were gone,
Yeah.
and that's typical, you know.
The whole thing with, like, him telling Summer that she could really be a contender. I'm like, remind me what she did again.
But he
because
knows that she's been on his side while he's been in jail, so he has to kind of keep that relationship
Yeah,
strong.
but what she didn't do anything really when all like hell was going loose. She was like, Luca, what do we do? I mean,
Yeah, that's the thing is it's always been Luca because Summer, I mean, again,
he's
as
using
I've
her.
said,
Victor's using Summer.
let's DNA test this girl because I can believe that she's Nick's, although Nick has gotten way smarter and more
Yeah.
impressive. But yeah, there's no way that this girl is Phyllis's daughter because she is dumb. And I love Hunter King, by the way, but Summer, I mean, every time I'm like, okay, she sees his crap. Oh, so we're going to get a
But
hit.
he's
Nope.
hot.
It's like, oh God, look at this and look at that. And it's like, girl, I hope your mom beats the crap out of you at
Yes.
this point.
Yes.
Because your mom makes some bad man decisions, but nothing that bad.
Oh,
Yeah, but at least she's smart about
Yeah.
her bad decisions.
Oh, yeah.
If that even
She
makes
That's the thing
sense.
is Phyllis is fully aware of what she's doing.
Oh yes, she
Summer is just like, I
she's
can't
like,
be bad. He
I
says
could
he
run
loves
the company
me.
someday. Oh.
thank you.
It's like, tell me what she did. She's like, Grandpa.
Every time she says grandpa, I want to throw her. Yeah.
It's like when Ashley says Jackie. I'm like,
Yeah.
No,
Oh, that's
Jackie's cute.
I love the sibling stuff.
Yeah, but she says
yeah.
grandpa, and I'm like, he knows you're his granddaughter. Like, you don't need to remind him. He's like, grandpa.
And it's the way she says it, and it's just like, I
Yes.
get she's young, but she's old enough to not talk like that. Because I know when my friend, I call my grandma nanny, but I call that to my mom and my grandma. I never say that in public. Like,
Or
my
how about-
nanny, like, you're
Yeah.
an adult.
Like in the corporate office,
Yeah.
you're gonna be saying,
There's
Yeah.
tons of grown men that still call their mom mommy.
but not in the
They
office.
soften
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Like
there's
Billy's
a
not
time and place
mommy.
for
Don't
that,
take the
yeah.
house away from me.
Yeah, he says Jill.
He says some other things, I'm sure too.
Yeah,
Poor
bye,
Billy.
Beck.
The
But yeah,
buzz cut grew out a little bit.
His what?
The buzz cut
Thank God.
grew out, looking better.
I love how our Melvin says, preach, Lucretia, this ain't no child of Phyllis. It's like, and then Anne Boleyn's like, yeah, Ashley saying Jackie is cute. I'm like, yeah.
I know,
Very
I
cute.
know.
Yeah.
But we talked about it. It's like a really good chocolate. You can't eat
Yeah.
box after box because then it starts to lose its taste.
But yeah, and to me, it was a good week for siblings because to me, the way that Nick and Victoria stick together and how many
I
scenes
love-
they
I even wrote
had,
that
I
down.
really
I
love
loved
that.
it.
And that's the thing is, I want to see them work together. Whether Nick comes over to Brash and Sassy or what,
Ooh,
the way
that
that
would be
they've
good.
been together and
Yes.
he's always had her back is a special relationship.
I mean, I would love to see Nick in charge of Newman someday. But their scene together was so nice, and I love that they were he was having a drink and she was having a glass of wine, and I saw brother and sister.
Yeah, just chilling.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's
Talking
almost
about
like
our parents.
Yeah, they're real siblings to me because they've been together so long, and it really comes off. And I like that Nick calls Summer out when she's disrespectful to Victoria. Because it's like that someone needs to lay the smack down on that girl. I'm like,
she's not too old for a spanking.
Just ask Travis. I miss Travis. I'll be honest.
I do too.
I'm
and Bethany.
Yes, I miss Travis.
Yeah.
I miss Beth.
I know. It's like, luckily Bethany is coming back.
Good.
But yeah, Travis, we're not sure. But to me, it's just there was way too much there for him not to slide in after he's done with Beauty and the Beast.
Bring that boat back.
Yeah, and to me, it's just like this whole Newman thing. I can't believe Victor was just like, y'all leave. I
believe it. I believe it. And in fact, I'm glad that happened because it's what we predicted. And he's actually crapping his pants because he can't find those damn journal pages.
I know.
I saw the panic, and he was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Then now you see he's getting desperate, and he showed up at her hotel room, and he's like, "Girl, you messed with the wrong man."
Yeah, I love that. And Chloe did not back down because this is
She
why I
did
love
not.
Chloe. Is she's got balls.
She does.
I have to tell you, I love Chloe so much. I love the actress. She looks different. She looks a little crazy. I called her Crazy Cackle Chloe because she had that cackle that's
It's like a clown.
But she's so good in that role.
Yeah.
She is so good. And she does such a good job of showing the sweet side of being a mom. But then when she cackled in Chelsea's face. Why is Chelsea even being nice to her, by
Or
the way?
taking that, yeah.
See, Chelsea and Chloe were best friends.
Of course they were.
And so, and I just, Chloe and Chelsea's relationship is strained, obviously, because of the Adam
you
stuff.
think?
But the thing is like, even Chelsea, when Chloe ran over Adam, was still like, I get it, like,
No biggie.
Yeah, like, we know what happened with Delia, and, it's just like, I see Chelsea's point, but at the same time, Chelsea, you need to go crazy, and I want to see them against each other for once. Because as much as I
hope
like
that
their
happens.
friendship, it's just like, what I feel like hitting Adam with the car, as bad as that was, it was a moment, of
To
thought.
awaken, yeah.
And that was the thing, is like, that was a heat of the moment. But this whole framing Adam is like meticulous and ruining their
Premeditated,
life.
yeah.
Come out.
And I feel like this is what's going to make Chelsea go nuts on her.
And I think Chelsea's mother is going to talk some sense into her because that woman
Daisy
with that
Duke's
cheetah
gonna get all
print
up on her.
and that attitude she had, I was like,
I loved it.
I love it.
I even put it as I want to hang out with Chelsea's mom. I want to take her to a bar. I want to go to Vegas with her because she knows how to have a good time.
Yeah.
Look at her outfit even. I'm like,
Anita's
that is so
amazing.
inappropriate to wear.
And just
but
her
she was
voice,
doing
just
it.
the whole way she talks so confidently, like, girl.
Yeah, and I love that she told Adam what's up.
Right.
And that's the thing with Anita, is Anita's always supported Chelsea and Adam to the extent unless it becomes too detrimental to Chelsea. And then she's like, no, you need to get out of her life right
She's
now.
a cougar.
That's a
She's a
great
mama bear.
mom.
Yep. I love her. I want to see more of her. I want to see her hang out with Jill. I want to see them.
I want to
have,
see her
a
get a
drug.
boyfriend.
Yeah, Anita and Jill can fight over Colin. That'd be fun. Because, Tristan Rogers is still a fantastic looking older
And he's
man.
coming back in a
I
few
know,
weeks.
he'll be here, like I said.
Woo.
But yeah, like this storyline, I feel like is going to ramp up for better stuff for Adam and Chelsea. Because this has been kind of boring in my opinion, and someone who's really liked them for a long time.
Yeah, you petitioned for them week after week, and we're like,
I know.
Even this week, you guys, it got really bad. I even wrote this as I cannot watch these scenes anymore. And when the scenes would go to Adam and Chelsea, I would be like, I almost wanted to fast forward because they're having the same conversations that they had in their house. Now it's just moved to the prison with, did you find the journal pages? We're going to find the journal pages. And then they're having the same conversation with Michael, the lawyer. I liked Michael's moment this week, though. He was like, I'm sick of your crap.
and he's honest.
Yes.
Yeah, this is why I've always loved Michael, and I like the fact that he's like, Adam, I'm your friend, and being that Kevin was Delia's stepdad and so hurt by that, it was a moment where it's like, you feel like he's not supporting Kevin, but even Kevin's trying to help because he's like, actually, Adam's innocent, and Chelsea's his friend. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how this forgiveness has come around because Adam isn't the same person that hit Delia.
No,
I mean, not just because he's got a better face, but but yeah, it's like Michael sees himself in Adam because he's been in a similar situation. I like that he brought that up because that was a great storyline with Lauren and Ben, and
But I think even he's tired of hearing the same Chelsea Adam talk. And this whole thing was like, I don't want to see Chelsea. Number one, he's been in jail for 2 days.
Right,
I'm like,
and we're already
calm
talking
down.
about Connor never
dude.
seeing his father. Like, get to month
2
6.
days. And we know that Connor kid, he doesn't give a crap about anybody.
Yeah, he's looking at the wall.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, Daddy. He's like, Connor's gonna miss you. No, he ain't.
He had Billy before.
Yeah. Oh, we also forget that Connor has Delia's
eyes.
His eyes.
Cornea transplant. I don't
They're
know.
not colored or anything special, right? No.
Maybe one's a little lazy. I don't know.
That's why she didn't see the car. Oh, that was bad. I was like, wait.
So, but maybe Chelsea and Crazy Cackle Chloe, maybe they're going to become friends, and Chloe's going to be so moved by the friendship that she's going to say, "Here's the pages."
Yeah, to me, I don't see that happening. I feel like Chloe and Chelsea's friendship has come to a head. Now, they may patch up years later, like Lulu and Maxie on GH, or, you know, or
Yeah,
little
but
on
no
down the
time
road.
soon.
But yeah, right now, because this is what Chelsea needs. Chelsea needs to go batshit crazy.
Yeah, and I don't
Like,
believe she burned those pages. They're somewhere.
Oh, she
Yeah,
did not
she's
burn
holding
those
them for
wigs.
leverage.
Yeah.
She's keeping them in her wigs.
They're laminated somewhere.
I thought Kevin was going to see her wigs on the table when he kind of like barged in.
Yeah,
That's
no.
where I thought it was going.
Yeah, because I feel like Kevin will find out first, but he won't
He
say
will.
anything. He'll
That's
protect her
exactly
because
what's
he
gonna
always
happen.
does. And
Yep.
then someone else will be like, yeah. And to me, it's just like the way that her and Victor are playing this game. Because I feel like Victor actually feels terrible right now. Because he only did this to toy with Adam and to get him
I know.
back. a
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
didn't want it to go this far.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, you know, Victor.
Now he has to kick into overtime and make
Nope.
everything right.
Yeah, and then have like Crazy Chloe one up Victor Newman. Like that's
right.
gotta hurt.
We never
Yeah.
would have predicted this.
No, remember 2 weeks ago when he says, "Well, you've always been a little cuckoo."
Right.
That was one of my favorite Victor lines ever because it was a fun line.
It
And
was.
like, I love fun Victor Newman.
So is Victor paying for Chloe's motel room and all that?
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, Chloe's not destitute. I mean, so I feel like she probably has some money and she's taking care of that because Victor was the one taking care of Bella. But
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like, how has he not used that card yet?
And where was Bella? We still don't really know.
At the ranch. In the horse stables.
In the cabin.
Yeah, that to me is like, how are we going to explain this? Because yeah, Chloe says, oh, she was at the mental institution. With me, it's
In
like,
California.
Alright.
yeah, they don't allow that.
It's a new program.
Yeah, progressive.
Oh my gosh.
I love me some Chloe.
I know. I'm like,
And it's nice to see Esther as a grandma, like because Esther needs somebody to love. Let's just face it. Like,
There's
she
somebody to
does.
talk to and get out of that coffee house, Esther.
we know it's not Colin. But yeah, and like to me, it's like having Esther back was great. But where was her scenes with Jill, Mark? You know,
Yeah.
that's what we need is
Yep.
Jill in there, and Jill will be the one to be like, we need to test that baby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially Billy getting involved in it. You better believe that. And Billy and Chloe, like when she came to the house, I was like, this will spark.
Yeah, that's the thing is Jason has had chemistry with like everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just amazing because yeah, I could see Billy and Chloe. You know, as you say, there was a spark.
There was, and I didn't mind
Yeah.
it. By the way,
I
I'm
didn't
like,
either. It wasn't creepy.
Yeah, I'm
It
like-
kind of just meshed.
let them be the crazy underdogs. Like, let them be that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
she
much,
needs something to do.
She does. Yeah.
something.
Oh, and that'll, yeah, that works.
I love Chloe. I want to hang
That
out with her and be crazy.
Right, I want her to curl my hair,
Have lollipops.
bring Bella over.
Yeah, that kid is cute.
Yeah, she's just adorable.
Oh.
And it's like, I know everyone's like, she looks too much like Delia not to be Billy's. I'm reading the chat, but I'm still just hoping because there's just more storyline with Kevin.
But they wouldn't have shown the Billy sperm.
Yeah, well, and that's something that happened a while back. She
was a
it was
flashback.
like pretty much trying to rape Billy at one point after Delia's
We've all
death.
tried to rape Billy at some
I know,
point.
it's
In
just
your
like-
dreams.
She's like, we got to make another
Yeah, he's not your
Delia,
type.
and to me, it was just how much that was put in. Is like, it's not another Delia. But that's my take. We'll see. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she found, like Stabby's trying, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that situation.
That situation is a mess.
Yes.
Yeah, to me, it's just like, where are they going with
And
this
it's getting
couple?
hurtful and just weird.
Yeah, and it's just like, I get Abby's point of view as well as Stitch's, and Ashley
I totally
is,
do. I see
and,
both
and
sides.
I do. As gross as it is that Ashley is the one mediating, since her and Stitch have obviously had a shower sex, it's still like it makes sense in the fact that she does care about both of them, and on her part, there is no interest in Stitch anymore.
Yeah, no,
And that's why it makes it okay, in my opinion, because they drop that, and I hope that it never happens again unless he and Abby are divorced for a while. But yeah.
It should never happen again.
No.
No, it shouldn't. But I like them as a couple. Again, I think they're one of my favorite interactive couples because they're very natural. They have their ups and downs, but they're not so like drippy, sappy like Chelsea Adam. I like their scenes together. I just wish their storyline was a little bit more. And the fact that she went crazy, like took the presents back, I'm like, you go, girl.
I thought that was so funny because that was so Abby, and
Yes.
like, oh, I don't care if these were needy children, and then like flipping out, opening them.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is such a good scene for her because her kind of going back to who she
Yeah.
was and not, you know. And I love that Ashley's like, you know, being her mom. This, let's take him back, and you know, he was trying to do the right thing, being
Yeah.
the logical one, because
And
there
guys
was-
get it wrong. Like, guys are dumb.
Yeah.
Like, in his mind, he thought he was doing her a favor. And it's like, no, you're sending the wrong signal because she's obviously very needy
And
about
touchy
things.
at that point,
Yeah.
so he knows better.
Yeah, and to
He's
me,
a man.
yeah.
Did you see him?
Oh,
Yes.
we can't give him that excuse. You guys know better.
Did you see him in his scrubs? Like, I was like, oh, all right.
I was just looking at her jumpsuit the whole time.
Yeah.
On point, on point.
Yeah, Abby and Ashley are just the perfect mother-daughter.
They are. They look alike. They act alike.
Like
And I thought her going back and
perfect
forth,
pair.
and that she took the box back to pediatrics. That shows it's a flashback to when Ashley says, "You know what? You're an adult now." And we saw her revert back to being the spoiled little kid. The way she acted, like I'm taking my toys and going home, literally.
Yeah, that was so cute.
But she
though.
probably got some good stuff at that
Yeah.
baby shower.
I know, it's like, yeah,
That stuffed animal
donate
was
all that.
cute.
Yeah.
So, and I asked my friend this. I'm like, would you keep the presents for a new baby? You would? Isn't that weird?
I would.
Why
as
not?
cheap
I
as
don't think they're personalized.
Yeah, to me, if it was personalized or it was
Yeah,
like,
that's a
you
little
know, that would be not okay. But yeah, I'm pretty
I don't
cheap.
know.
If I went to
and
Target
so,
and I was
yeah.
like, I want this stroller, this, that, yeah, I need that.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
don't
now,
know.
granted, I'm not a mom, so I don't know how I would feel after that. But yeah, to me, I'm cheap, like big time. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm keeping all this.
How long before we see Max again, do you think?
That's the
Max
thing.
is going to be in college next time we
He's
see
gonna come
him.
back as like a dashing young man, and I'll be all about that.
Or
Yeah.
crazy, stirring up some stuff.
Yeah, to me, it's just like I feel like they're dragging out this storyline because they are going to recast Max. Because at this point, it's just
He's
like,
a good actor,
what are
too,
we
that
doing?
little
Yeah,
kid.
and I was like, he was good. So why are we doing this? And it may be availability. He may have gotten a great primetime gig or something.
Hey, that'd be great.
But yeah, because we haven't had any updates on the little actor.
And Justin Hartley, like, has he started filming that new
Yeah,
show?
This Is Us, and apparently it's getting great reviews. So
What's gonna happen?
I know.
Everybody's getting new stuff.
Yeah, and I love our Melvin fan makes a good comment saying she loves the storyline with Ashley and Abby and Stitch. That it's very relatable and grounded, but not boring. It's a realistic
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I say is this is a very more grounded storyline, and it's great. I just feel like we need more attention on this, and let's bring Max back because that's going to be some real drama that has really grown Abby and Stitch as well.
And they truly love each other. It's not like Hillary and Devon, like we don't
Some
know,
fake blood,
Yeah.
or like
some
Jack
shade
and
going
Phyllis.
on,
They truly love each other. They just don't know how to in this circumstance.
It's something new for everybody. I wouldn't
Yeah.
know how to deal with my husband's child, doing that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like
He wouldn't know what to do.
No.
I think she handles it well.
Yeah, and to me, there's the guilt from both of them, and you
Of
see that
course.
displayed. And it's just like, this is such a human story. I hope it has a happy ending. Which brings me to Dr. Neville. And guess
Aw.
who called it?
You did. You did.
I did.
Totally
That's
did.
been your guy the whole time.
And I do feel like this did open the door for him to come back. And I know that
Totally,
there's
totally.
a lot of campaigns trying to get him back, because as
That
they
kiss
said...
was everything.
Yeah, it was so cute. And as I said, he was going to fall on his sword for Ashley. And then everyone's telling Ashley, why did you even defend him? He threw you under the bus. She goes, no, you know what? He's a stand-up guy. And I love how she defended him to the end. And then
Yes.
they had that sweet goodbye.
Aw.
So what happened with the drug then? It's just a forgotten thing then? Like
Yeah.
all that money and time, and now it's like, thank God the lab is there though. That
They
set
can go
designer
back
was
at
like,
any point in time.
Well, here's Brash and Sassy now.
yeah, that
Right.
set designer was like, I have an idea.
And I feel like they felt like that maybe there was too much stuff on canvas is why they sort of wrapped this up. But I do love
Yeah,
that they
I think
gave
so.
him a decent send-off, and there is
And
the
room
door
to come
open.
back,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the thing is like, yeah, this whole drug storyline was getting redundant because it's like, where is it going? And it was just too much focused on Hillary.
and
either
that
be-
trimmer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was just like, okay, we like the character, and I feel like whatever, Dr. Will Knife to Live is doing is helping her be more of the person she used to be. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing it's all the experimental drugs that Neville had her on, but hopefully we just forget. Like, as long as we don't forget Dr. Neville, we're good. But yeah, this whole drug and, Ashley working on this project, we're done.
It was so crazy. Like, for her to even... It didn't make
potential
sense.
than that.
Yeah. And I love how Devon was like, Hillary, just calm down. We're done. And she was like,
What do I say to this?
Yeah.
Calm down.
It's like, Devon, did you get your balls out of my purse?
I love that, actually, because then Hillary was like, shoot.
What do I say?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, what can we say about Devon and Hillary at this point? And where is Neil? To me, it's just like...
Yeah, he's been missing.
They need to work on their storyline as well to being a little bit more inclusive with the rest of the cast and not so bitchy.
Well, they'll come back because now Kane is going to have an elevated role now.
No.
And I love his chemistry, too. I love him as an actor and the fact that he's in it to win it. I love.
Oh, can we talk about the scene of Lily and Kane in the bed? And he didn't have his ring on.
He took it off.
Typical man.
No, I said Kane takes off his ring to go to the gay bar.
Stop it.
Only in our
but I
dreams.
did see on some of the message boards that they want some same-sex couples in Genoa City.
We can't even get a Mexican in Genoa City. We're gonna have a gay person.
We have Luca, and he's kind of straddling the fence
Spanish.
somewhere.
Yeah.
He's metrosexual.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking about...
We're talking about race.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That to me is like, I could actually see Luca as being gay or at least bi, because no dude dresses that well if he
I
hadn't
would say that he's
tasted
bi.
the rainbow.
Or he would do anything to win or whatever, even if it means closing your eyes.
What that mental picture?
But yeah, like with Kane and Lily, it is nice to see a happy couple.
Yes.
Even though they've had their issues with Lauren and what's his face, Rapey.
I just don't want them to become sappy like Chelsea and Adam. I cannot have that.
Yeah,
We don't need another couple like
No,
Chelsea
we
and
don't.
Adam. Individually, they're so great, and they should do more stuff by themselves.
Yeah. Lily needs to get out of that bar and do something.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I'd like to see more of a Lily storyline, that she never utters Hillary again. Because that's the thing, is they just
But I
resigned-
like them fighting.
I like them fighting, but it's become to the point where it's like,
Like,
okay,
do something
give
or-
Lily something else.
But
take a
okay,
break.
so let's talk about what is
Yeah.
Hillary going to be doing? Because now she's pretty much got nothing to do.
I think she still wants Jack. She'll find a way to swindle herself in that situation.
I
I
don't
think
know.
Jack's over her.
Yeah, and to me, I feel like the situation with her and Devon has sort of resolved itself, and that maybe they're just gonna be a happy couple for a little bit.
Yeah, but
And
she's
maybe
going to
work
get
on the way
bored
out.
though, and then she's going to be like, "Well, why do they get to work on Brash and Sassy?"
Right. No, she wants something to do.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I guess with the rehab, they'll have her more involved there. Just
If
my
they
thought.
even finish that.
Yeah. Exactly.
They have a wing for her mom. Remember?
Right.
Yeah, it's named after her mom, and Neil's
Who never
there.
got over, who never got through her addiction.
Yeah.
That's a great wing.
Not a happy story.
No, it's
Oh no.
not.
Well, I mean, that's how she came to town. Oh, it's Neil's fault my mom died, not that she's a drunk.
Wah, wah.
But yeah, and that's the thing, is I'm guessing that, because as we'll see in the news and gossip in just a second, the thing with Hillary's family, I feel, will bring more to her. We'll get a little bit more insight and sort of wrap that storyline up and maybe put her in a position like at Jabot, like she was before, or with the rehab. Just give her something to do and give Lily something to do. Just make them separate for a while.
Right, but keep them sassy.
Yeah. Sassiness is great. Just Lily always uttered Hillary in every sentence until this week.
That's true. Well, and Kane was always
Yeah.
on Lily's side too, like just what she said, just
my
what she
women.
said, and now
Yeah, now we have Brash and Sassy, so we're getting out of that. So I guess that is it for the week that was in Genoa City.
Yeah.
So why don't we get to some shade? All right.
Hey! Oh my god, I got crazy theme music this week. Okay. Please stand up. Jill Abbott, would you please stand up? Because you are the shadiest woman this week. When she came into Billy's house and saw Phyllis's top on the ground, and she was like, "Billy, are you and Bethany having one for the road, honey?" Oh, this is too upscale for that little dick. Who is she this time, son? I was like, girl, you
I
should
love
not be
that.
in your son's house rummaging through
I know,
clothes, going
weird.
upstairs, trying to catch him in the act.
Some like Norman
Catherine's
Bates
house.
stuff.
It was shady and creepy all in one.
It was. And I know that smoking's bad, but her smoky voice, I could kill you in my sleep. I'm like, you go, Joe.
It's such a sexy
Smoker
voice.
goals, for sure. Shady Jill.
Well, speaking of shade, let's go to the best and worst dress.
All right, so we have best dressed first. I was going to give it to Abby, and that little jumpsuit was so cute.
So cute.
But I thought we'd give it to Chelsea because this outfit, and this is the best picture I could find of it, unfortunately. They took a risk with this outfit.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I'm like, what? Who wears orange and black and not going to a Halloween party? She wears this bright orangey skirt, but it was so cute. It had the 2 buttons in front with like little pleats and this tight little black blouse. It is so cute, and it's so Chelsea because it's very whimsical but strong. And I could just see her flitting around town. You know, she's so upset that she's going to get coffee and a donut.
I love that they pulled her hair back, too.
Yes, totally. And so I have to give her the best dress. It was a great outfit.
Yeah, high waist
Nice.
is always nice.
Yes. Especially with her body. I mean, this is, you know, sometimes they don't dress the body right on the show, and this was an example of they got it right. Now, for the worst dress, oh my God. When she walked in, Grandpa! I was like, what the hell are you wearing, girl? Like, did Luca make that for you? I put, she's wearing a tablecloth, and it looks like she's going to like an Indian wedding at Walmart. I mean, it's like,
Oh my
what is
God.
this? She's literally wearing a tablecloth. Like, what is happening?
From the top up, it's cute.
Yeah, it's
Her
like
hair
the
is
top
cute,
would've
the
been
red
fine.
lip.
But not for the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're not going to be wearing this at the office. And I don't know what that whole thing in the front pleat. And then, you know, we see the outfit on the right is how it's modeled. But then they gave her leggings to wear. And I'm like, what are you doing? And it was almost like that Mariah thing that she
Yeah.
wore last week with that, like,
that jean thing.
Yeah, I'm like, this does not work. Like, this is when they took a chance and it did not pan out.
Yeah, because they don't even go together. The patterns clash, and as someone who knows zero about fashion, I'm even like, who made this?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I know, and people want to throw out Abby's our Melvin fan says Abby's jumpsuit was the best, and two
was.
people,
Find
Lynn
that
Johnson.
for me, Alex.
Huh?
You're good at finding these
Yeah.
clothes. Find that jumpsuit for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
Lynn Johnson
I will.
and Cheyenne McCoy liked Hillary's white dress.
That was
Yeah.
cute too, but she
That was
always
cute.
looks
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that brings me to my winners and losers of the week. And since we've all talked about how much we love her, Chloe is definitely the winner.
Yes.
Ooh, I
Because,
love you,
yeah,
Chloe.
She is back with a vengeance and not backing down from anyone. And I love a strong woman, even if she's cuckoo.
I love that. And she does such a great acting job.
Yeah.
She's so believable.
And to me, it's just like, okay, with Victor, that was just balls
Powerful,
on that
yeah.
lady.
And she's so small but so fierce. I love it.
She literally holds all of these storylines in the palm of her hand.
Yeah, I'm loving Chloe, but my loser, that's why you got to go to Phyllis. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phyllis has probably been my favorite character for a long time as far as the women go, but yeah, to see her this pathetic. I mean, Billy's
pathetic.
mommy told you to break up with him and go
Right.
back to Jack, and you're just gonna do it. That's not the Phyllis Summers I know.
And she's really using Jack. It's like, be a woman. You made your decision. You said you were going to leave him. Leave him. She didn't necessarily have to, like, she could have left Jack and then not said anything or not seen Billy again. But she chose, like, okay, then I
go-
have to go back to
right.
Jack. She should have stuck to her guns and be like, you know what, Jill, don't say anything because I'll take care of it. I'm leaving Jack and I'm leaving Billy.
And
I'm
then
gonna
when
get
she
my
went to
crap
work
together.
in that red dress, she knew what she was doing.
yeah.
She wanted to run into him.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, you don't wear that red dress at work if you're not
For
planning on
nothing.
it.
Her outfits were on point this week, too.
They were.
Yeah,
And her
but-
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she was ready for some action.
But I guess, speaking of action, that brings me to news and gossip, and it's literally the greatest news ever.
I'm so excited.
So, the Lieutenant Uhura from the original Star Trek is coming to The Young and the Restless. Nichelle Nichols will be a part of the 11,000th episode. And not to predict too much, they said she will be playing Lucinda, who is tied to a character here already on canvas. And I'm thinking Hillary, that she's, yeah.
That's
Oh
cool.
Yeah.
my God! You know what a nerd I am. Like,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
like two of my favorite worlds combined. Put this in a pizza and I'm sold.
I know.
Maybe a salad.
Maybe she'll
Does it
wear
look
Star
like I
Trek
eat
Mac like I do.
Trying to help.
Just trying to help. You go, Nichelle Nichols.
And
She looks great.
yeah,
Yes,
she looks
she does.
fantastic. And also Chris McKenna, who was Detective Harding, who sadly, left as a murderer, is going to be on Grimm this season. So that's cool. Yeah, I didn't add the picture, but yeah, it's really great
Grimm
to
is
see.
still on?
Yeah.
Whew. Not my fave.
It started out great, but
Little Grim.
they're coming
show.
back around. They're fixing it.
Is Supernatural still on, by the way?
Yeah, Supernatural's still
I
on,
can't
but
believe that
it's
show's
still
still on.
fantastic.
Well, hello.
Right.
I mean, how could you not love the Winchester brothers? But I digress.
I would.
And Daddy Winchester.
I would love to love him.
Nice.
But he's too busy bashing people's heads in on Walking Dead.
That's a bad boy.
Yeah.
I want to see Billy on his motorcycle, by the way, in his suit, in his Kawasaki.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fantasy of mine. More so than the Mountie costume I've always pictured him in.
Ay.
But I guess since we're getting dirty, let's, I guess, go to AfterBuzz After Dark, unless you guys have any things to say.
No.
I think we covered everything.
We did.
I know. We literally broke it all down. So I guess,
Well, did we do predictions?
yeah, let's throw in a few predictions.
Yeah. I love that music.
Your AfterBuzz TV.
So I kind of felt it, and I've been reading some places that they want Nick and Chelsea together.
They do have chemistry, and I remember whenever.
What?
Yes.
How?
You may have missed some of the scenes when they were in the hospital with Sage and Christian. There was a lot of scenes with Chelsea and Nick. When Christian was in the hospital and dying.
You
or
see it for
allegedly.
sure.
Yeah, but yeah, they
And
had
then they'll,
chemistry.
turn to each other for comfort when everything comes to a head.
Well, and now that I'm thinking about it, the whole baby switching thing, because that involves Adam and Chelsea, and it
Yep.
obviously involves Nick. So that could, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, I want Nick with a good girl.
I know. I'm like, I don't want Nick and Sharon back together
I do.
right now. Maybe
Eventually,
later.
yeah.
Oh,
Kind of like a
Sharon.
Victor and Nikki thing years later.
Girl, like, I just want to call Sharon and be like, can we talk? Like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
I know. Was that the doorbell?
Everything.
You guys are so
Yeah.
glad you could come on to donuts on the dining room table.
Oh no, Sully's crying.
Yeah, Sharon needs to be single for a while.
Yes.
Just like America. It's like, nope,
Or like,
just
Oh,
like
yes.
They
No.
need to let her be full on crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what, yeah.
I want full on
Killer.
crazy Chelsea,
Yes.
but
Yeah. Lots of murders.
Oh, yes.
how about you? What do you think?
My predictions just, like we said, Brash and Sassy's going to be a contender in this whole business world, and we're going to see the figureheads act like figureheads, and it's going to be a fun little war between all of our favorite characters.
Yeah, to me, it's just like I think they're getting back to business, literally here, and it will be Brash and Sassy, Jabot, and Newman Enterprises fighting it out with alliances changing, and
I see Luca bouncing back and forth from throughout all of these companies.
that's what he always does.
Yep.
And that's the thing is, what are we gonna? I mean, there's so many
His
people.
dad's coming on, by the way.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't wait for that.
I heard, who's going to play his dad?
I know. I've got a few, people out, thinking because I'm trying to think of the actor's name, but he played Joe Jr. on General Hospital. He would be perfect as Luca's dad.
If Ricardo Montalban was still
Yeah.
alive, he would also be perfect. Oh, I hope Luca's dad is hot. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, Joe Jr. was pretty
All
hot.
ripped. They're the pull together.
Daddy.
And to me, it's just like, well, I guess my prediction is I think that we're finally going to get to see Melissa Claire Egan play crazy because her and Chloe are going to go at it over this Adam business. And I just hope she grabs the knife again because as much as I love Erica Kane, when Crazy
like it
Chelsea,
too.
Crazy Annie stabbed Erica was fantastic.
Oh, Chelsea.
But
Womp womp.
I guess that is it for the Restless wrap up. Tell them where they can keep up the conversation with you guys.
On all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air and OnTheRocksRadioShow.com.
And you guys can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. And be sure to stick around for 10 p.m. We've got the Brain Dead after show since it's moved to Sunday nights. And thanks for watching, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz ya later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.